So it's Monday evening, that's it, after a busy weekend. I've been on Zoom all day doing emails and so forth, and that's been great. I'm now off to Newcastle, meeting with a church up there. Again, it's part of the listening of what is God saying to the MBA at this time, what's needed, what's desired, what support has been like in the past in the MBA, what lessons can we learn from that, and really what do churches want from the MBA moving forward, what do they need. So I'm up to Newcastle to do that. Let's meet Westgate Baptist Church. Morning, it's Tuesday. I had a great time last night with the church leaders at Westgate Baptist Church in Newcastle. Excuse me, they're doing a great work reaching out to their community, loving God, loving each other, which was amazing. So I was just hearing about them from their experiences of the MBA. They're a fairly big church, so every church has got its own story, its own needs, its own things. So, and just exploring with them about how we can develop things further and what potentially they might want or not want, need, not need. It's great. Yesterday, I also found a gym. So I need to get back on it and back on the gym, and that is that's an interesting one. So, like, mental health is so important, isn't it? And when you're in a role like this where it's constantly draining, constantly on demand, it's good just to make sure that not just spiritually, mentally, but physically I'm looking after myself. And also, the more you physically look after yourself, the better that is for your mental headspace as well. So I'm looking forward to getting back into a routine and a pattern. It's really hard to get a routine with the amount of travelling, but I've got a couple of weeks now where I'm like at home and not travelling about. So I'm going to try and use those few weeks to really embed a routine of just looking after my mind and my body as well as my spirituality. So that's great. Today I am waiting to be picked up by Linda, who is our hub tutor. We are off to Durham, so off to Cramner Hall, which is a kind of offshoot of Durham University, and it's where we train our Baptist ministers. Our Baptist ministers walk alongside and train alongside the free church track of training, and there's obviously an Anglican wing of training as well there. I really wanted to go and just spend the day with them, but they've also asked me very graciously to lead a session as part of their missional leadership programme for their students. So I'll be exploring with them what it is to be a missional leader from my point of view, some lessons that I've learned, and I've got some things for them to reflect on as well. So that would be great. That's this afternoon, but I'm leaving this morning so that I can just get a feel for actually how do we do training up here. What does that look like? It's a long time since I trained for Baptist ministry, and obviously I've had the joy of working and walking alongside South Wales Baptist College, so it'd be really good to see how Cramner Hall do it in conjunction with Northern Baptist College. So I am all ready to be picked up because we're off to Durham. The last time I vlogged was actually Cramner Hall. So it is now Sunday. Cramner Hall was Tuesday, so I had a great time with the students at Cramner Hall. Great time meeting the staff. It was so good to just dream and imagine about the future partnerships between the MBA, Cramner Hall, and how we train and develop missional leaders for the future. So I'm really, really excited about the synergy that is happening in that place. It was also great to share with the students on some of the lessons that I've been learning over the years of what it really means to be a missional leader. I then didn't vlog for a couple of days because one, a lot of it was in front of the computer, and two, I'm in a listening phase, and listening means listening to the good, the bad, the indifferent. And sometimes when you hear a lot of the bad, it can take its toll. Also, in that process, I spoke a few weeks ago about the misogyny that is within our Baptist structures, so that's a challenge. So I just needed to take some days just to really hone in, really concentrate on what God was saying, what I'm meant to be doing, and just take some time out for myself. Today, oh, my arm's aching already. Today, I've already been to church. Great to be with my church family. I am now running late again. I'm now going to take part, and I have the awesome privilege of ordaining and inducting Rachel Holland as community minister at Portrait Baptist Church. And I'm so glad to take you on the journey in that. So let's go to Portrait. Morning. I don't know why I had an extra hour in bed this morning. I'm still tired. What's that about? Anyway, I haven't vlogged all week actually, because most of it's been on Zoom and a lot of it's been dealing with stuff that can't be shared in one sense. So sorry. So the last place you saw me, if I've edited this correctly, was Rachel's ordination and induction. Man, what a privilege, what absolute privilege that I get to share in that. I get to be involved in that very sacred, special moment. And it was really, really good. It was really good to see her be welcomed into that family as community minister. She's been serving there in her ministerial training. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how that develops. Then this week there's been lots of Zoom meetings, some good meetings. I had some meetings with some good, wise, spiritual people who were able to counsel me, advise me, challenge me actually. And one thing that I'm not so good at is creating time for myself. And so I've really tried to do that this week, moving forward, setting proper patterns. Been going to the gym a fair bit, which you may see on my social media, and that's good. That's good for my physical well-being. I spend a lot of time drinking tea with people or sitting in front of Zoom, so that's really, really good. And then also mentally, it's really good, and it really helps me process. So that's been really great. Friday I had a bit of a loose day. I did a few emails, but I had a day hanging over from last week that I needed to take off. And then yesterday I had a proper day off in which I went to the gym in the morning and then just vegged on the sofa watching films. So that was really, really good. Really good. Today it's raining and miserable. I feel like I'm back in Wales. It's raining and miserable, but haha, I'm not in Wales. I am in Stockton, and I'm about to drive up to Newcastle because I'm preaching this morning at Heaton Baptist Church. Dave Tubby, brilliant minister. He is one of our trustees of the MBA, and and is really supportive of a new vision and a new way forward. So it's great to build that relationship there. Also, they've got a minister in training, Aileen, who has got a real heart for pioneering and doing missional community. So it's quite a key time really to go and share with them. So I'm really looking forward to that. But it means driving up to Newcastle this morning, which is good, really good. Newcastle, it's great. Been there once, been to the church once before, so I roughly know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going. I follow the sat nav. Don't know why I said that, but anyway, that's what I'm doing this morning. So yeah, and then afterwards I'm going to have lunch with the elders, just talking about Vision Church, the MBA, how they see their role in the MBA, what they want from the MBA moving forward. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm excited to be out preaching. What I try and do is I do every other week. So 1 week I'm at my home church, which is Stockton Baptist Church. One day I'll take you along to that. And then 1 week I give to the association or the vice presidency. It doesn't always work out that way, but that's my aim. Hold me accountable. It's that accountability thing. So yeah, that's where we're going this morning. We're going to Heaton Baptist Church in the rain. Let's go to Newcastle. Please tell me I'm not the only one that. So I've got really noisy shoes on again. Oh, I'm now back in focus. I was faffing around with my Insta stories again, which now means I'm running a bit late. Does anyone else do that? Faff around on Instagram and then realise that you're running late, just to update people of where I'm going. I know, it's stupid. Let's go to Newcastle. Oh man, I was proper rained on this morning, so my hair's going a bit funny. I'm now home. Wow, great. It's now dark. Like, that's because of the clocks, isn't it? Not just because I live up north and it's dark all the time, because it's not. It's beautiful here. Yeah, I had a wonderful time at Heaton Baptist Church this morning, looking at the power of the gospel and to go out in kind of Jesus' name and what that looks like. They're a church that are really exploring kind of missional communities and how that develops for them, which was great. It's great to be with them. I then had lunch with the elders. Amazing curry cooked by Heather, absolutely amazing. And it's a really small world because I ended up, one of the elders is related to my very first church where I came to faith in Portsmouth, and I did his auntie's funeral several years ago. So it is such a small world. So we were kind of catching up, reminiscing about areas and people we knew in common. So that was really, really good and really, really joyous. So you've had 2 weeks of this. I was at Cramner. I did an induction, ordination, preaching at Heaton. And this past 2 weeks have been a challenge, kind of emotionally, mentally, physically. Culture changes, as I said before on this channel, it's tough. And sometimes you've got to kind of get your head in that zone, get in that place of, my arm's aching, get in that place of blessing. And I'm really seeking what God is saying in all this change and what the next steps are. So it's been a lot of Zoom meetings as I discern that with other people. I will be, this week coming up is a busy week, but physically out and about a bit more, which is far better content. So I will be filming next week. So please do like this video, subscribe, never to miss out on the content, and do share us with others around. You can follow me on any of my social media handles below. Yeah, so I've been me. You've been you. I'm now just, oh, there we go. I don't know what went wrong there. In and out of focus. I've been me. You've been you. Thanks for coming along on this journey. Please do follow me on social media. And yeah, I'll see you next week.